I realised that there was no doubt that it would be in that pawnbroker's. And on that night, Magundal must have entrusted his pledge ticket to someone. To Miss Gina Lestrade. Now that I think about it, when I first met you in that pawn shop 2 days ago, you had a description of the defendant, didn't you? How did you know about her? At that trial, there was a pickpocket who was clearly telling fabricated testimony. It was obvious to me that she had been threatened by Magundal to do his bidding. Thus, it was very likely that she had the pledge ticket. I found out all I could about her, just to be safe. I thought she may appear in the pawnbrokers on the last day to redeem the pledge. And then, as he predicted, Gina showed up. And that is what happened. I'm glad I at least managed to pin down the location of the pledges. However, only the coat and the disc in its pocket were on the ticket. The important small box and the other disc inside of it were not part of the pledge. That small box had already been surrendered 2 days prior. If only I'd known that, then I would have had no reason to break in. On the other hand, while we were proceeding with the investigation into the stolen intel, we discovered that Cosney Magundal was involved. Inspector Gregson. It's good that he's still standing. We had to get that information back before it became publicised, at all costs. We searched all of his belongings, and in order to pin it down as soon as we could, we at the yard started an urgent investigation. When the inspector took the disc from me that day, I grew afraid. There was still a second disc and the music box inside that pawn shop. I had to get them back before the police got there first. That was my motive. And that's why you broke into Hatch's shop on that night. Alongside your old friends, the Tin Pillar Men. What happened that night can be called nothing short of a nightmare. While Nemi and Tully were rummaging through the counter, I searched the shelves of surrendered pledges and found the music box I gave to Magundal. Inside it was the second music box disc. As I placed it into my pocket, a wave of relief washed over me. But then, something happened that I could never have expected. Who are you fiends? Oh, he was shot. A gunshot rang out through the shop, and I felt a sudden intense pain in my arm. The bullet that Hatch shot went through your arm. Yes, you are correct. And then, unfortunately, in my hand I held my pistol that I had taken with me just in case. Yeah, he fired back. Retaliated. He killed 2 people. Before I knew what I was doing, I had reflexively fired a shot. I had never intended to actually aim at the fleeing shopkeeper, nor did I plan to kill him. But Lady Luck had clearly had enough of me, and that bullet hit. It passed straight through the man's back as he ran through the door into the storeroom. What a frightening turn of events. All it took was a single moment. I'm sure the Tin Pillars left without even the foggiest idea of what had actually happened. I was frightened, and I ran from the shop. That is everything that happened in the pawnbrokers that night. Jesus. So he was a culprit for multiple things. Well. Oh dear. Could we get a not guilty from the jurors, please? That'd be grand. I'd really like that. You called Magundal the devil. He used his financial power to twist the truth and run from his crimes, or from his crime of murder. However, what you did was no different. He who fights with monsters should see to it that he does not become one in the process. You are correct. And yet, that is exactly what I did. Is that the end of the trial? Oh my god, finally. It's been quite a long trial. Yeah, no kidding, it's been 5 hours. Nearly 6. But we have finally made the truth clear. Inspector Gregson, what is Rupert Kroger's current status? He is currently in custody and being taken down to the yard. He is under suspicion of the pawnbroker Hatch's murder, and of leaking sensitive government information. Understood? And furthermore, Inspector, you will surely have to answer for your crimes as well. Understood. Of course, my lord. In the end, you aided the culprit in attempting his crime. Wait, in attempting to escape his crime. Even if you did it to carry out a greater duty. It was an unforgivable obstruction of justice. Okay. Defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade. Oh, yeah? The court will now announce its final verdict. Is that acceptable, Foreman? Yes, my lord. The Garroted platoon is ready. Oh, John, that's his name. Once and for all. We have without a doubt reached a single verdict. Understood? I think this is my longest ever Ace Attorney session. Now, members of the jury, announce your verdict before this court. Muzoi. Muzoi. I'm almost certain it's my longest Ace Attorney session. 5 hours and 45 minutes. I'm just going over to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney because I may have had a long session on the first game. Yes, the century of Gina begins now. Yes, finally did it, Ryu. Oh, we finally did it, Ryu. Yeah, I thought we were done for more than once there. Yeah, me too. Ryu, you're the greatest attorney in the world. Defendant, you still have much to answer for. What's with the grim look? Perjury. Before you earn your freedom, you will still be charged with your other crimes. You what? First and foremost, your false testimony at the trial 2 months ago. Second, your unlawful entry into Hatch's pawn shop. And finally, your attempt to claim McGundle's belongings as your own. What? I didn't do any of that. You having a laugh? You wore that coat yesterday with a smile on your face, you little rascal. Looks like we can't have her over for dinner tonight. I must say, however, never in my deepest dreams could I have imagined that Morse code would be carved onto a music box disc. Expect the unexpected. Oh shit, did I read that? I'm too busy scrolling through my playlist to see if it is my longest. Indeed, it was a splendid attempt to utilise our blind spot. Oh, that does remind me. Our Japanese boy leaked that Morse code for all to hear right in this courtroom, no? You have my sincerest apologies. It was all I could do in order to get the Inspector Gregson to confess. May I perhaps have a word about that? Is this going to be Vortex? Oh, it's her. Regarding the sounds played by the music box, I do wonder if that was actually Morse code. What do you mean, Juror 5? Well, you must know I'm an absolute Morse code fanatic. The world reveals itself to me through the magical sounds of dits and dars. It sounds to me like you need new spectacles. I can personally confirm that what we heard earlier was only a meaningless string of noises. What? What? There's no way. The sounds weren't Morse code. Sorry, can we listen one more time? Don't be absurd. There are government secrets on this. This courtroom is not the place to discuss the government's dispatched telegrams. Those men plan to use encoded disks to trade with enemy countries. As long as we have a confession of that from the culprit, no more is required of us. Drat, I was really curious. Oh well. So it wasn't Morse code, after all. Defendant Miss Gina Lestrade. Oh, yeah. I must say, you truly did draw a bad lot in this incident. You were thrust into a world of forgery, bribery and perjury. Those are evils I would never wish to have I would never wish to have to show a child. I see it every day now. Every day down in the slums. Really? It's normal for the weak to get the short straw. Gina. But I think I understand now. If I want this cruel world to change, I have to start by changing myself. Wow. Now that's character development. I see. Your heart is in the right place. Hey, Genuine Soda. How's it going? I expect a great change from you in the near future. And what's up is, I've been playing this game for nearly 6 hours. And it's all been a trial. Hot damn, it's been an ordeal. Phew! The only game I recorded for this long at once, or the only other game that I recorded for this long as once, it was actually longer, but it was Persona 5. Twice. I recorded Persona 5 for 7 hours straight. 2 days in a row. Somehow. Now, in the case of the pawnbroker Hatch's murder, I will now deliver the final verdict for the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade. Hallelujah. I most certainly need a drink and food. Hey! Fucking fireworks. Oh my. What a game. And with that, court is now adjourned. I'm gonna have such a sore throat tomorrow. Oh god. How much have I recorded today? I've recorded this. Is it just this in the last story? Yeah, it is. I did nearly 3 hours of the last story, and so I've recorded like nearly 9 hours of shit today. Phew. Personally, I must say I am rather shocked, Japanese boy. Sir. Though you are Japanese, you managed to see through the deceptions of our nation. And you did all this while defending another from our country, trusting and fighting until the end. It was a strange spectacle to play a part in. I don't think it was strange at all. Whether you're from the Great British Empire or the Japanese Empire, the fact that we're all human remains the same. Exactly. Race means bugger all, we're all human. There is one sole reason I returned to this court. It was so I could once again cross blades with you. What? Again? Oh, I see, yeah. Really? I thought you meant like to begin with. Well, that doesn't make sense. When I first encountered you at that trial 2 months ago, I was forced to remember. I remembered the Japanese man who gained my utmost trust, only to betray me. Which side of him was the true him? I wanted to try and understand that man through you. You mentioned that before, that a Japanese man had betrayed you. What happened to you? I have faith that the time for you to learn will come. Yeah, in the second game. I understand. I left this court 5 years ago, bearing the title of the Grim Reaper. I will have to ponder what our meeting in court means for me. 'Tis till we come face to face again, Japanese attorney. Oh. I didn't realise that Iris had left, it was just us two. Shit. And there we go. Oh my god, there's still more to go. It's gonna... It's gonna be over 6 hours. Oh, it's for sure gonna be over 6 hours. We've still got the, kind of like, the epilogue, which will be this. And then we have the credits. Whatever. Wow. And now it's all finally over. Huh. I don't see Iris around. Oh. Congratulations, Gina. I know I was right to believe in you. I knew you weren't guilty. You really believed in me till the bitter end. You're so weird. Of course I did. How many times did I tell you that I would? This is the first time anyone's ever kept a promise to me. Gina. You know, I've kind of realised something now. All my life has been back alleys and never giving anyone an ounce of trust. But that was just because I was so afraid that they'd all betray me. The more you trust someone, the more unbearable it is when they hurt you. I know how you feel. That's how I felt during the trial some months ago, after all. Yeah, the man I trusted betrayed me, and I felt like my heart had been ripped in half. But I've realised something too. Putting your trust in someone else all starts with trusting yourself. There is honestly no greater joy than when you realise you are right to trust them all along. I was able to remember that because of you. Really? I don't know why you'd think so. I'm glad I chose to trust you, Gina. Knock it off already. But I might have been thinking about it a little too. You know, that maybe it wouldn't be so bad to trust someone for once. Gina. The way I see her, Naruhodo. An attorney's worth is measured by the belief he has in his client. Or clients. Along with how much he can believe in himself. Maybe your words are starting to get through to me. Asugi. And maybe I'm finally starting to live up to the attorney you thought I could be. Excuse me. Oh my god, it's Sherlock. How long are you two going to keep pretending I'm not here? Oh, is that... Don't you be giving me that, Master Naruhodo. Do you have any idea how long I've been standing there in the corner, holding my breath? I was ready to jump out and scream, "Ha ha ha, it's me, children!" But you just had to go and mess that all up. Oh, look, it's Holmes. It's me, children. Oh my god. What a tit. Weren't you supposed to be at the hospital? Indeed. I was. But I've broken my chains once again. Huh? Let's just say that I know 2 or 3 of the good director's weaknesses. He and I had a little chat, and he was more than happy to give me permission to leave. That's going a bit too far. Yeah, who cares? Anyway. Good work out there today, Master Naruhodo. You really fought tooth and nail. Let me, as a friend, be the first to congratulate you. Oh, thank you. Great detective. More like the deadweight detective. What's that supposed to mean? We were in a right spot of trouble, you know, but you just kept snoring in bed. Well, I suppose that shot did make me lose a fair bit of blood. Forgive me if I'm a little less lively than usual, like my finger. Cold as a corpse, isn't it? Feel free to stop poking my neck, Mr. Holmes. Anyway, I guess I should congratulate you too. Jeez, you really sound like you mean it. I don't mean to scare you when I say this, but... I have to wonder what happens next, now that you've escaped the Grim Reaper's guilty verdict. It really sounds like you're trying to scare her, though. Oh, that guy? The one that supposedly brings death to anyone who gets a not guilty verdict against him. Yeah, that's the one. And you know what happened to good old McGundle? Not that I especially care for the rumours, anyway. Well, I ain't bothered by him either. Not even a tiny bit. Oh-ho! Because a Grim Reaper is supposed to be a god, right? Well, maybe. Some religions probably have gods like that. A god would judge fairly, right? Blokes like McGundle do awful things, and then they're never punished for it. Maybe that's what this is really all about. The blokes just reaping the meanies. You know, you may be right. But of course, it's always wrong to take someone else's life, no matter who you are. I'm not like him. That's why I gotta keep moving forward with my life. No looking back. Good. It wouldn't be you otherwise, Gina. What's that supposed to mean? Oh right, I forgot I hadn't actually said it yet. I'm glad to see that your innocence has been proven. Congratulations, Miss Gina. I truly mean it. But... Hey, Holmesy, when did you get here? Hey, it's Iris. Jeez, I even went all the way to the hospital to wait for you. Hey there, Iris. Sorry about that. But get a load of these two. You're not gonna believe this, trust me. Huh? What's the problem? So I disguised myself as a bailiff and sneaked in, right? Imagine my shock when they didn't even bother to recognise me. Isn't that awful, Iris? Well, it's not really their fault. Huh? Holmesy, you don't have anywhere near as much presence as you think. You'd better keep that in mind if you don't want to get yourself into a bother later. Or into bother later. Okay, I will. This is sad to watch. But it's really a shame, huh? I was hoping we'd get to celebrate your victory tonight, Gina. But you won't be able to come, will you? Right, but I don't think I'll be coming back for a while. I've done my fair share of crimes, you know. Gotta make up for that now. Let's see, there was breaking in, trying to nick that guy's pledge. Let's not forget the whole pickpocket thing. That ain't a crime, you did. It's me job. Got me a certificate and all. No issues there. Now she's just lying. But maybe I should quit my job. Being in court made me think that maybe pickpocketing ain't right. That's perhaps why you became an attorney. I was never a pickpocket to begin with, Gina. I'm gonna change, I swear it. And then... I'm gonna make a place where all the back alley kids can live normal lives. Wow, I bet you can do it, Gina. What's that chuckling for? Nothing. Sorry. Gina Lestrade. The prison carriage is waiting in the back. Get ready to leave immediately. Yep. Oh. Then I guess I'm off, everyone. Alright, take care, Gina. Naruhodo? Yeah? Thank you. What the hell is she doing? Why did you do that? Ugh, I haven't a clue. Times like these, I just don't know what to say. Perhaps the words you are seeking are words that you have never spoken before. What? At times like these, I recommend saying thank you. Huh? Yeah, he's right, Gina. Alright. Aw. Thank you, Naruhodo. Aw. for trusting me through all this. Now I should be the one thanking you. So, thank you, Gina. That was nice. We're still not done, holy shit. There she goes. My, what a lively little pickpocket. Oh. So guys, I bought the latest newspaper at a shop nearby. It's a special edition. Today's trial is all over it. Huge turnabout in today's trial. The girl is innocent. Take a look. You should have shown us this before Gina left. Sorry, I forgot. Oh, one more thing. I've got good news and bad news for you. This is about the weather, again. Ryu, Holmesy, which one do you want to know first? Or want to hear first? Oh, well, I guess I'll go with the bad news first. I won't listen to anything but good news. Again? Wow, even here your answers really show the difference between you two. Leave me alone, please. Well, I'll just start with the good news this time. The rain finally stopped. That was a record-breaking deluge of a storm. Good. We won't have to get drenched on our way home. And the bad news? What's the bad news? The sea is especially rough today due to the rain. Things are so rough at the Port of Dover that all ships have been delayed by at least half a day. Huh? Port of Dover? Wait a minute. Is Susato gonna show up? You got it. If we run for London Station right now, maybe we can say goodbye to Susie before she leaves. But there's no way we could catch a train to the Port of Dover right now. Who exactly do you think I am, Mr. Naruhodo? Mr. Holmes. I've already arranged for a special limited express from London down to Dover. If we go at full speed ahead the whole way, we should be able to make it in time for dinner. I happen to know an inn that serves delicious paella with sole. Wow, the great detective really has a lot of influence. You've got that right. Let's just say that I know 2 or 3 of the railroad company's secrets. Huh? All it takes is a little chat and then they give me top-of-the-line service. That sounds like blackmail. Won't exactly advise you to keep using such methods to get your way. Alrighty. Off to London Station we go. Now, is this going to be a cutscene? It is, I think. Is it a cutscene? Not quite. The Port of Dover, Pier. 5:32 AM. That took a tad longer than anticipated. Susie's boat is probably leaving soon. Susato. Oh, she's over there. Looks like she's reading a book. What? Whoa, Susato. What are you doing? Naruhodo, why are you here? We came as fast as we could after the trial ended. I heard your ship had been delayed due to the rain earlier, so... Oh, I see. Oh, but what about Gina? She's fine. We won the trial. I'm so glad. That is absolutely wonderful news. Okay. What's that book you were about to throw into the sea? Is it the British Empire's Code of Law? So you saw that? I have no right to have anything to do with law. I decided perhaps it was time to say my final farewell to it. You're trying to leave law behind. Susato, of all people. Perhaps... Would this perhaps have to do with that peephole of yours, Miss Susato? I tampered with the scene of the crime, and I even tried to conceal that fact. The law doesn't take such an act lightly. Now that you mention it, how did you even get your hands on this? The night that horrible incident occurred, you had invited Gina to dine with us. Yeah, that was great fun. After our meal, Gina gave us a bit of a lesson. She taught us the basics of pickpocketing. She did. That's how I managed to swipe Ryu's armband. Please consider avoiding that in the future. This is really important to me. Hey, you didn't even realize it was gone. True. In a bit of mischief, I decided to slip this into my sleeve. Yeah, okay. Oh. Then I took it with me to Hatch's pawnbrokers by accident. It was an accident. Then Sherlock got shot. Oh, that was... Wait.